Well, in case you didn't know, Avengers Secret Wars has no director, and neither does Kang Dynasty, which recently lost Destin Daniel Cretton. But now, a few possible frontrunners to helm both movies have been revealed. There are some familiar names, and quite honestly, I'm a bit concerned. Let's dive in. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos and would be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, way back when the MCU kicked off, Joss Whedon helmed the Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron, pretty much directing them back to back. Then the Russos found themselves directing Infinity War and Endgame almost simultaneously, being one of Marvel's biggest projects ever. Now that we're moving into Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, which are set to be released apart, some people have been wondering why Marvel Studios hasn't turned to just a single director to tell the story over two parts. Now, it was rumored that Destin Daniel Cretton could be taking up that role, but he recently exited Kang Dynasty to focus on other projects, and this has sent Marvel Studios back to the drawing board. Now, there's always names being kicked around, and we got a new report from scooper Daniel Rickman. Now, like I always like to say, we like to take all scoopers with a grain of salt. It's not from Kevin Feige or Marvel Studios, but Rickman doesn't hide behind anonymity, and that's something that gives him a couple bonus points in our book. Now, he has two different names, well, technically three, that could be taking up the helm of these two movies. Now, the first one is Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness director Sam Raimi. Now, honestly, Raimi has a long history with horror, and his first Spider-Man movies are beyond classic. But for me, this is not the pick. Secret Wars really shouldn't have any kind of horror flavor with it, and although Raimi has done some great movies, I think he is not a really great match for this film. I also didn't care too much for Multiverse of Madness, and quite honestly, the problems he had there could be exacerbated in Secret Wars. It seemed like there were too many characters at that time, and Raimi wasn't managing them the same way the Russo brothers did. Since Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty could be bigger than their predecessors, this is a skill a director has to have, and I'm unsure if Raimi can deal with it in a way that'll work for fans. Now the second directors are a pair, and that's Justin Benson and Aaron Morehead. Now, these two worked on some of the best episodes of Moon Knight and Loki Season 2, and they're currently working with Marvel Studios on Daredevil Born Again. Now, their work on Moon Knight and Loki was pretty awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they've done with Born Again. And honestly, if their work on Born Again is really good, they might be a great pick. Now, a lot of people get really concerned when you pick some directors without a lot of experience, and it is something to be worried about. But everyone seems to forget that when it came to the Russo brothers, the vast majority of their work going into Winter Soldier was working on Community, a comedy TV series, and nothing like anything Marvel Studios has done. Now, I still hope the Russo brothers are the ones Marvel Studios turns to. And we have heard rumblings they are in negotiations with Marvel Studios, but really nothing even remotely confirmed. Now, whoever takes on these two projects has a massive weight on our shoulders, and honestly, the setup for the film itself is still being developed, so we have no idea where this is really going to go. It's still not totally clear whether we stay with Kang or we move to another villain. In the 2015 version of the comics, Doom stole the power of the Beyonders and created Battleworld. And using Molecule Man's powers, the villain ruled as Doom Emperor for many years. Now, many fans have pointed out that they believe the new version of God Loki will be substituted for Molecule Man, and given the scope of his powers, that's totally possible. Now, as of right now, Kang Dynasty is set to drop on May the 1st, 2026, with Secret Wars on May the 7th, 2027. But stay tuned, because I wouldn't be surprised if both of these movies got moved. Hopefully we get some finale on who's going to direct the film. It should give us an idea of what to expect. I'm still hoping for the Russo brothers, but if it is Raimi or Benson and Morehead, well, both are probably pretty good choices, and I'll reserve judgment until the film comes out.